Hi guys, this is going to be the drill that's going to show you how to make this diamond lace crochet stitch number 2. You can do this stitch with any size yarn, any ply yarn. I'm using worsted weight yarn, which is 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for Australia, and I'm using a 5mm hook or a size H hook for the US. The multiples of this stitch is 12 plus 6, and what that means is that you're going to be chaining in multiples of 12, 12, 12, 12 until you've reached your desired width. Once you have, you'll chain 6 more and you'll be ready to begin row 1. Okay, I just did my multiples of 12. I've got the width that I want, so now I'm ready to crochet my plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because the multiples are 12 plus 6. So I have my plus 6. Now I'm ready to begin row 1. So for row 1, we're going to start by doing a double crochet in the 7th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the 7th chain, go ahead, yarn over, go into that 7th chain and do a double crochet. Now we want to have 10 double crochets in a row. So the first one we just did will count as 1. So go ahead and do 9 more double crochets down your chain here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let me just make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I need one more. Guess I was counting the first one too. Okay, there we go. 10 double crochets in a row plus your chain here. Now you want to chain 2, 1, 2, and you want to skip 2, and then in the next you want to do a double crochet. And again, we're going to be doing 10 double crochets in a row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's really important that you have the 10, so definitely count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Make sure you have your 10. When you do, you repeat the pattern that we did back here. So we're going to chain 2, going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then the third one over, do a double crochet. And you continue this pattern all the way down your chain, where you do 10 double crochets in a row, then chain 2, skip 2, then work your next 10 double crochets in a row, and you want to continue this all the way down your chain. And here I am at the end of my row. If you've done your first count of your multiples of 12 plus 6, if you've done that correctly and you've gotten all your 10 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2, you've done everything correctly, you should end up with just 2 chains left at the end of row 1. And how you work that is you'll chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in the very last chain to end row 1. Okay, for row 2, you want to chain 3, 3 and turn. And the repeats are going to be rows 2 through 10. So mark your where you are right now. Make a note where you are in the video right now and what time it is on the video, because you may want to back up to this in a minute. So for row 2, we're going to chain 3 and we're going to put a double crochet right here in this chain 1 space here on the end. Then you'll chain 2 and you'll skip 2 just like we did before, but this time it's double crochet. So we're going to skip these 2 double crochets, and into the third one over we're going to put a double crochet. And now we need 6 double crochets in a row. This is the first. So then we're going to start in our next one right here. Go down the line till we have a total of 6. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just going to make sure I have 6. I do. So then after you have your 6 double crochets, you want to chain 2. And now you're going to skip these last 2 on the end, just like you skipped them at the beginning. And now we're going to be working in this chain 2 space. You want to put 2 double crochets in that chain 2 space. 1 double crochet for each chain. We're filling in that space for this row. So we have our 2 double crochets. Now you want to repeat what you just did back here. So you're going to chain 2. You're going to skip these first 2 double crochets. You're going to go into the 3rd and double crochet. And now again you want 6 in a row, so this one counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then again, just like we did before, we're going to chain 2 and skip these last 2 on the end and work 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space from row 1. Then after the 2 worked in the chain 2 space, we're going to chain 2 again, skip these first 2, and work a double crochet in our 3rd. So you're going to repeat this pattern all the way down your row, and I'll show you how to end row 2. Okay, when you reach the end of your row 2 and you just did your last set of 6 double crochets, to end the row you'll chain 2, and then in this space here on the end in this chain, you're going to put 2 double crochets in that ending chain space, and that will end row 2. Now at the end of every row, before you start your next row I should say, you're always going to want to chain 3. So for row 3 and for all rows you will chain 3 and turn. So this chain 3 counts as the very first double crochet. So in the second double crochet of the row I want you to put a double crochet. Now you're going to be working 2 double crochets in your chain 2 space. Then you're going to chain 2 and you're going to skip 2, and then the 3rd one over you're going to work a double crochet. You're only working chains and double crochet, so the stitch will always be a double crochet or a chain. So in this row you only want 2 double crochets in a row, so we're going to go ahead and put another double crochet here, and then you'll chain 2. And now we're going to be working in our spaces here. You're going to be putting 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in each of these 2 double crochets, so 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then again 2 in the other space for a total of 6 double crochets. So we just did our 2 double crochets here, we chained 2, we're going to skip over to our first chain 2 space and work our first set of 2 double crochets. Then we're going to work 1 double crochet in this double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. And then we'll repeat this for the row. Again, you'll chain 2, skip the first 2 double crochets here, and work a double crochet in the next 2 spaces. Next 2 stitches, sorry. And then again we're going to do what we did right here, working in our chain 2s. So we're going to chain 2 and move on over and start working our 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in each of these double crochets in the center, and then 2 in our chain 2 space. And then you're ready now to chain 2 and skip 2. And you're going to repeat this down your row until you reach the end of row 3, where you have these last 2 here, and you're going to put 2 double crochets, sorry, in this chain 2 space, and then 1 double crochet in this double crochet here, and then you're left with just the chain, and you're going to put a double crochet in the top of the chain 3 to end your row. So you're ending with 4 double crochets, and you began with 4 double crochets because the chain 3 does count as a double crochet. And that is the end of row 3. So for row 4, again, you're always going to chain 3. So chain 3 and turn. The chain 3 counts as the first double crochet, so we're going to be putting 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. We're also going to be putting 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. And then we'll chain 2. We'll skip these 2 here in the middle, and we're going to go right into our chain 2 space and put 2 double crochets in there. Then we're going to work a double crochet along all 6 of our double crochets here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're also going to be working 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space. So now we have 10 double crochets in a row here. Chain 2, move on over. We're going to skip these first double crochets again and go right into our space again. We're going to be starting our next set immediately, because this whole row is going to be expanding the diamond to the biggest. It doesn't get any fatter than that, any wider than that. 10 is the max. So we're going to be doing that all along our row. So we just did 2 in this one. We're going to do 1 double crochet in all 6 of these, and then 2 in the last one here, and then you'll chain 2, and then you'll move over to your next set. Continue that down your row, and I will show you how to end row 4. Okay, I just did the last of my 10 for my last diamond of my row, and after you get done with that, you want to chain 2, put 2 in the chain 2 space, then you want to put 1 double crochet in each of these 3 double crochets here. 1, okay, stupid hook doesn't want to listen to me. Okay, 3, and then you want to put 1 in the ending chain 3. So you start with 6 and you end with the 6, and then that will end row 4. Okay, for row 5, like always, we're going to be chaining 3 and turning. And now, since the last row we reached our peak wideness of our diamonds, we're going to be going down again. We're reducing it to a point. So we have our chain 3 that will count as a stitch. So we're going to be working in the second double crochet of the row, and we're putting a double crochet in there. You want to put a double crochet in the next 2 stitches as well. So you'll have 3 double crochets plus the chain 3, which chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So you have 4 total stitches here. Then you want to chain 2, skip these next 2 double crochets, and working in your chain 2 space, you want to put 2 double crochets. Then chain 2, you'll skip 2, and then the third one over, you'll start putting a double crochet. And in this row, we're going to use only 6 of these middle ones. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you'll chain 2. We're going to repeat of the row now. You'll chain 2, you'll skip the last 2, and you'll put 2 double crochets in this middle stitch here. Then you'll chain 2, you'll skip 2, third one over, you put your double crochet, and then this is where we're starting the repeat of 6 in a row, 6 double crochets in a row. And then again, you'll skip the last 2, you'll chain 2, and you'll work 2 double crochets in the last, in this this space here. So go ahead and get to this, put your 2 double crochets in that space, and then I'll show you how to end row 5. Okay, I just put my 2 double crochets in my last chain 2 space here. Now to end your row, you're going to chain 2, you're going to skip these first 2 double crochets, and you're going to double crochet in the third one over. Then you're going to double crochet in the next 2 double crochets as well. And then you're going to put a double crochet in the top of the chain 3 space here on the end. And that'll give you 4 double crochets on the end. And that will be the end of row 5. Okay, for row 6, no surprise, chain 3 and turn. Okay, chain 3 again counts as the first stitch, so we're going to be working in the second stitch of the row, and you're going to put a double crochet in there. And then those will be the only 2 stitches here, because we're going to chain 2, we're going to skip 2, and we're going to be right in our chain 2 space where we're going to put 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Then after that, you'll chain 2. Oh, sorry, not chain 2. After that, we're going to do like we did before. 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space, which we just did. 1 double crochet in each of these double crochets here, and 2 in the chain 2 space. We're creating our 6 double crochets in a row. Then you'll chain 2, and you're going to skip these 2 here, and you're going to put double crochet in the third one over, and then in the following stitch as well. We're back to our 2 on the row again. This is the top peak of our diamond here. So afterwards, you will chain 2. This is the beginning of our repeat. We'll chain 2. We'll skip these 2 here, put 2 in the chain 2 space, 1 in each of the double crochets, and 2 in the chain 2 space. Then you'll chain 2 again, skip 2, put those 2 double crochets for the peak of your diamond. Then you'll chain 2, skip these next 2, and then again you're going to work 2 in the chain 2 space, 1 in each of the, and then 2 in the, and when you get to the very end of this row, come back and I will show you how to end row 6. Okay, once you put your last 2 double crochets to finish your 6 out here on the end, you have 3 double crochets on the end in the chain 3 space. So you will chain 2, skip these 2, and you're going to be working a double crochet in the last double crochet and a double crochet in the top of the chain 3. And that will end row 6. Okay, for row 7. And I misspoke. Row 7 is the only one that you chain 4. So for row 7, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's going to count as a double crochet and a chain. So turn, and you're going to be skipping the first 2 double crochets here, and you're just going to start working right into your chain 2 space, and you're going to put 2 double crochets there. Then you're going to work 1 double crochet all along your 6 stitches, and then you'll put 2 double crochets in your chain 2 space as well. This is going to be the width of the diamond again. So you should in the end have a total of 10 in a row after you've done your 6 double crochets and 2 double crochets in each chain 2 space. Here I am putting my 2 double crochets in my chain 2 space. You can count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we have our total of 10 double crochets in our beginning chain 4. So after that, you want to chain 2, and you're going to start it all over again. 2 double crochets here, double crochet along your 6, and then 2 double crochets there, and then again you'll chain 2, move over and start your next. Really easy row, a lot of double crocheting, but continue on and I'll show you how to end row 7. When you get to the very last 10 double crochets in a row, then you want to chain 1 and then skip the double crochet here on the end, and then double crochet in the chain 3 here at the end to end row 7. And I'm here looking at the chart and I can see that that is the end of the repeat. So it's not 2 through 10, it's 2 through 7. So the repeat is, just go ahead and back up now to row 2, and it will be exactly the same as we did. So I guess you can remember when you get to the row where you begin with the 4 chains, that's the end of your repeat. And now after that row, you'll back up to row 2, and then I'll take you through the whole thing again. So that's it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and it was helpful, and you can make something out of it. If you did like it, please don't forget to like and share and comment and subscribe. They all help me out so much. And if you want to always be notified whenever I release a new tutorial, you can go to my main YouTube page and click next to the subscribe button. There's a little bell button you can push and always be notified whenever I release a new video. If you're wanting to know these kind of hooks that I was using, I'm using a wooden Furls hook, which is my 5mm, but I also have a 4mm. This is called Streamline. It's a new Streamline that they have. And you can find both links to these where you can get your own hook down below this video. I recommend that you order it with the extended hook, because if not, this one originally, I don't know if they've changed it since then, but when I ordered this one, this was like half the size. So definitely say you want an extended hook. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Crochet for the Masses, where we share projects that pictures of projects we just finished, or ask questions if we're looking for something, or just ask questions about a pattern. It's a nice place to go and keep your crochet family growing. I hope I see you there in the group. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much.